Boom, what up? Solo Dingpot only here. Back with some more Elden Ring action. Today is February 13th, 2025 at 3:40 p.m. And I think my favorite TV show is Arcane. We can talk about that later, though. I think I want to try out this weapon. This weapon looks really cool, honestly. Well, it looks kind of weird, actually. Sorry. Just the Ash of War is kind of weird. Also, this, phalanx pike is really cool, so I'm not sure I want to just, get rid of it. But also, spears are only fun for so long. I kind of want to use a sword. Okay, so I probably could upgrade this sword a little bit. I think today I'm either gonna go to the academy or the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel. One of those. Maybe both, depending on how I'm feeling. First, let's go upgrade my sword, though. Because it's a cool sword. I really like the moveset. And something about wearing armor like this and having a sword is just so appealing to me. I'm such a nerd for this, but I know I'm not alone in this, so I'm not afraid to say so. Nice. I think this is my most damaging weapon now. Oh, never mind. It's still the pike. Man. Have I talked about Arcane before? I probably brought it up in passing. But, yeah, Arcane is so good as a show. It helps that I was already a fan of the League of Legends universe before I watched it. But also, it's just so good, man. Everything about it, I'd say, is a 10. I highly recommend watching it. I don't want to talk too much about it, though. Especially because in the future I'll probably talk about it more as well. This is a pretty realistic moveset for a sword as well. I've done a little bit of research into sword fighting, sword play. I think I've talked about this before as well. Man, excuse me, I just ate, so I might be burping a lot. Yeah, like I said, I might have talked about this a lot. It's hard to remember what I've said before. But, The size of this sword is realistically more of a great sword. Like if you took this sword and its proportions in relation to the tarnished and translated it into human proportions, this would be the size of a great sword. Not like a Zweihander, but like a great sword. Even though in this game it's labeled as a straight sword. But for like if you so a common misconception in games, especially like this, games like this, is that great swords are cumbersome and like slow, you know? But that's just not true. That's just not true. It's stuff like axes and hammers that are, but like if your sword is so heavy that you have a hard time swinging it, it's not a good sword. Like you want to be able to be swinging that fast. My dog likes to bark. I don't know if my mic is picking it up, but he's barking a lot right now. Anyway, so great swords actually move fairly quickly during swordplay. And I think this sword reflects that very well, like in a realistic way. Which is why I want to use it, because I love great swords. Like even in this game where they're slower, great swords are so fun to play. Like I will never not have fun just doing a strength build where I just use a great sword the whole time, you know? I will never not have fun doing that. So, I mean, now that they've given me a historically accurate greatsword, I want to use it. But like the pike was cool too. I really like the moveset on the pike, and I'll definitely be returning to that at some point. I just felt like switching up, you know? Because in this game you can kind of get away with using multiple weapons. The only thing is that the Ash of War is a little lackluster. It's good enough, but it's just a little... I mean, like... It's basically a roll with a follow-up, you know? So, it's cool. It's just, I don't know, I was hoping for a little more. Like the Ash of War on this pike is really cool. The, like, flourish with the roar, the, like, war cry, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Or, oh, the stamp Ash of War? Wait, am I dyed? Am I red? Why is my sword red? Anyway, this Ash of War is really cool because you have, like, options, you know, and they just look really cool. This is also like great sword length, and thankfully they changed the moveset to be the like quick moveset. They did it for a lot of great swords in this game. Excuse me. Hallelujah. You know what song is stuck in my head? My Sweet Lord by... I don't remember the band. Here, never mind, I lost it. I mean, there can't be that many songs called My Sweet Lord, right? I'm sure we'll find it. Oh, I do have a die. Oh, what? Oh. Let's get that back. Okay, I did kind of cook with that. Man, I love the color red. Oh, 2 lore drops in one day. My favorite color is red. Gray is also a good color that I like a lot. Well, I mean, I do like the color gray. It's just not very colorful, you know? So, for the sake of being interesting, I'll say my favorite color is red. But also red is just such a cool color. We haven't had a lot of snow this year. But it's snowing now. Now in February. It has snowed maybe twice in all of last year, or like last December and this January and now February. It snowed all of 2 times, and it has never stuck. There was one time where it snowed while I was at work and I had to scrape my car off, and the next morning it had all melted away. And then it was like 2 or 3 weeks of just, you know, just sun and clouds, no snow. It's gonna be a dry summer for sure, unless February starts picking up some weight in this next half. Also, I'm torn between wanting to one-hand and two-hand this sword, because it has a really cool moveset for one-handing and two-handing. But since I'm not using a shield, I don't really have a reason to one-hand it. And I get more damage if I don't one-hand it. Also, I got a remnant for that, didn't I? For Godric, I mean. I probably did, but I already crafted it. Man, they made a lot of changes in this mod. What else can I talk about? Oh, hello. But like the way the moves flow into each other is so satisfying to watch, and it's so realistic too. Because if I swing a sword this way, I'm not gonna like rotate around and swing that way again, you know? Oh, hello. I'm gonna like swing, and since it's here, I can swing back, or I could stab that way, and then pit around, and like the like flowing moveset in this game is like very reminiscent. It's very realistic of the way swords flow in real life when you're fighting, because you want to conserve as much energy as you can while also outputting as much damage and pressure. These guys attack fast. Oh, I caught his roll. These guys are weird because they move so slow. So their moves are like telegraphed, but they're not like how you expect. I really want to see you. I really want to see you. Dude, I should do one video where I just like listen to songs. Since I'm not worried about making money off these videos, I kind of have the freedom to just get copyright stricken and like demonetized basically, because I'm already not making money off of it and I don't plan to. So maybe I should just do a video where I show off some songs that I like. Let me know if you'd like that. All my 2 viewers who definitely haven't made it this far, because I have no loyal viewers. If you're a loyal viewer, shoutouts. Shoutouts to my loyal viewers out there. Drink. Dingpot, real fans, are you here? That's a meme that's been going around. I've seen it in every channel's comment section. They just say, like, channel name, real fans, are you here? All caps. Question mark. I'd be lying if I said I understood or found it funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's not like annoying, you know? I just don't get it. Yeah, see, like that right there. Here, this into that does not feel right. Maybe if I do another heavy attack. Nope. Okay. See, like that's partly what I mean. Is like the moves should feel natural. That's why I don't like the action roll. It's like it's acting like that heavy attack is supposed to be a big hit when it's just not. Dude, I suck. That's my secret. I'm bad at video games. Dang. That's pretty funny. This is the super secret technique called ignoring my problems. It's a tactic I learned from Dark Souls 1. I don't know if I've talked about this before. Man, I should stop doing this. Stop me if you've heard this one before. But in Dark Souls 1... here's what I did. I've talked about how difficult this game is and how it feels more like Dark Souls 1. I think I've talked about that before. But I'm going to bring up Dark Souls 1 in a different light. Yeah. So, in Dark Souls 1, because it was like so hard, and there's an ant? What the heck? Wow. That was a lot of damage. I need more vigor. And defenses. So because the areas were so unforgiving and like hard in Dark Souls 1, you kind of needed to just like run past everything, especially if you've already been in there before. Like if you got all the items that you wanted, then like why fight? Like that killed me? Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, I should have acted and made it the shortcut. I'm actually so dumb. But like if you've already gone in through an area and killed all the enemies, and then you get like right before the boss or something, and then you die, so you get sent back to the Grace, and now you have to run all the way back through. I'm not gonna like go up there and kill that guy again. I'm not gonna kill this guy, especially when I can just run past him. I'm not gonna kill these guys, especially when I can just run past them. So, like, I could get more runes to like level up doing that, or I could just skip them and go to the boss and get runes from the boss. And, you know, since I've already fought the people here, I don't want to fight them again. But it would be too easy if they just didn't respawn, you know? Oh, he saw me. Let me activate this shortcut while I'm here. Of course, I could just be better and just not die to the enemies. You'd be surprised how hard that is when you're trying to make interesting commentary too, though. Attack. Because I know you're not attacking me. Maybe I should just lock in. I think I go through this every time, but if I just don't talk and play. I'm a different beast. Different beast. A built different. But then it's easier to keep talking in the downtime if you already have something that you were talking about. I should stop talking about talking. That's what I should do. Valentine's Day is coming up. I wanted to try and do something for it. Like ask a girl out, basically, is what I'm saying. But that never happened. So guess who is alone for Valentine's Day? For the 21st time in a row. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like crying about it. I'm not trying to like sympathy farm here, or pity farm. I don't know. I'm not trying to like make you feel bad for me. I mean, you probably already will, anyways. Just because it's like, oh, he has no one to spend Valentine's Day with, and that's so sad. You know, that's not why I bring it up. Is that why I bring it up? Basically, what I'm trying to say, what I want to add is that I'm fine doing nothing on Valentine's Day. Like, I don't get depressed when I don't do anything on Valentine's Day. I wanted to do something this year, which is the first year I've wanted to do something. But it's not because I'm like yearning for love. I mean, I guess I am, because we all are. But that's not why I wanted to do something on Valentine's Day. I wanted to do something on Valentine's Day because I'd never done something before. And I wanted to just like, I don't know, like this is gonna sound very white knighty, but stay with me. So me, a guy, I'm fine with doing nothing on Valentine's Day. But if I were like a girl, I might want to do something on Valentine's Day, but might be too, like, shy, or, I don't know, like, just something like, I wouldn't ask someone out if I were a girl, you know? But then, you know, if me, a girl, still wants to do something on Valentine's Day, but I make no plans, I might be sad about that. So if I, like me, not me, a girl, but like me, as me, can change that for the girl, then, you know, why shouldn't I? Why, if we can both just go out and have fun on Valentine's Day, there's no harm in that, right? It's not even like it needs to become a thing after that. Like, if we find out we have great chemistry afterwards, great. But, you know, it doesn't have to be that. It could just be like, hey, I don't want to spend it alone. But, nah, I mean, I'm a coward, so I didn't end up asking anyone out. Traveled fast. Filthy mages. They all die the same. But, yeah. Oh, it's tomorrow. I just realized Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I should have recorded this video tomorrow. That would have been funnier. Alright, here's a section where I'm not even gonna like fight any enemies on the first run around. Just because there's a lot and every corner is a gang squad. So I'm just gonna run through this time. Just because it's like so far to go and I don't want to have to fight everything. But now I'll start fighting things. What else can I talk about? They do bleed? They're gonna bleed me! Oh my gosh. If they hit me one more time and or bled me, I might have died there. Those guys can be really dicey. Where did you come from? What the heck? Huh. I really wanna see you. True. Oh, I'm gonna get cooked, aren't I? Because now I'm getting ganked. Alright. You need to go. That almost hit me. Never toss. Oh, I'm gonna, so, about six-ish months ago, maybe 7 or like 6.5, somewhere in that range. About that long ago, I stopped playing this game called League of Legends. Because, well, a lot of reasons, really. Well, anyway, so like, I had been playing League of Legends for a long time in my life. I had picked it up when my esports club advisor wanted to create a League of Legends, like, he wanted to make a League of Legends team. So Like, I joined because of Smash Bros. I joined the esports club to play Smash Bros. And I did that, right? But the advisor was like super into League of Legends and wanted to create his own League of Legends team to like fight in esports for him. So me and three or four other Smash players decided to pick up League because we liked playing video games and we wanted to do something in esports, you know. I think we had one person on our team who had actually played League of Legends and was any good at it. I think they were gold. I think they were ranked gold. So we're all just learning the game, but still entering tournaments like every Friday or so. So we never did good at all. But anyway, that's what got me into League. And even after Esports Club, I continued to play it, at least semi-seriously. I did get into ranked, and I think my highest rank was... we'll come back to those guys. Almost forgot about this guy. What was I just saying? What was I talking about? So I had gotten into League and I was playing for a long time. That was back, I think I joined Esports Club back in like 2020 or 2019 maybe. Yeah, and that's when I started playing League, even though I didn't take it all that seriously. But then I did take it seriously, and I played ranked. But, like, the company behind it makes really weird business decisions, and it makes it hard to push for them. And recently, they've made decisions that might just end costing their entire game. Like, looking into the future, it's not very bright for them. I'm talking about the removal of hex tech chests, by the way. If, like, in the distant future, people look onto a game similar to League of Legends or Overwatch, you know, it's this competitive game, free to play, they make money off skins and stuff, and they have loot boxes, and they take it away, and they look back at Overwatch and League of Legends, they might just see that this sort of thing, the removal of loot boxes and hex tech chests, is what kills free-to-play games. Because that's what happened to Overwatch. And I'm already hearing stuff that suggests that it's happening to League of Legends as well. So hopefully, maybe I can be some kind of herald in guessing the future here. So in the future, if there's a competitive free-to-play game that has loot boxes, but they decide to take away the loot boxes, it may or may not be a sign that that game is doomed. Anyway, that's not why I had initially quit League. I had quit League for a number of things. One of them, this is like the smallest reason probably, but one of them was the addition of a champion called Aurora, which was like a huge disappointment to me, because I was actually really excited for her release. like in the teases going up to it, because she's a champion from the region called the Freljord, which is my favorite region. So I was excited to hear they were getting a new champ. And then I knew she was going to be a Vastaya, which is like an animal-human, basically. An animal-human. Take some elements of an animal and take some elements of a human and combine them. And that's what makes a Vastaya. Not like furries or like anthropomorphic animals. Just think of like a human, but they have cat ears, or a human, but they have bunny ears, or a human, but they have bird feathers here and there. That's what a Vastaya is, basically. Anyway, I knew she was going to be a Vastaya, and I wasn't super excited about that, even though there are some Vastaya that look cool. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure they exist. But then, like, in stuff leading up to her release, it was cool because she had her own like comic thing, her like in-game comic that like showed off a bit of her lore and her story and her character. And the way she looked in the comic was actually really cool. And I would have had no complaints if that's what they went with. Where it was basically, just think of like a blue, like a blue cloak with like fur poking out, because it's like a cold area. The Freljord is a cold area, so you'd want to be wearing warm stuff. So think that. Think a cloak with like fur, and then she was like wearing like a tunic and stuff underneath, and she had like a magic wand and whatnot. But so like I liked that because it's a common complaint with Freljord champions that they're not fit for cold weather. Like, Braum is shirtless, Ashe is wearing a skirt, Tryndamere and Olaf are shirtless, basically. The only people who actually look fit for the weather are, like, Sejuani. Yeah. So I was excited for... Oh, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Drink. I'm yapping too much. So, I was excited for Freljord champion who would actually look the part and be dressed for cold weather, right? And then she comes out, and she does not look like that at all. She does not look like how she does in the comic at all. In fact, she's now wearing a skirt with thigh highs, and like, I could be wrong, but I think she has cleavage too. Which I'm not complaining on, like, as, like, if you want to make your character look like that, whatever. But my complaint is, we've seen her wearing a cloak that had fur, and she looked like fit for cold weather, and then all of a sudden you rip that away and we're stuck with another generic hot lady. Maybe not generic, but like, you get my point. It's just another like sexyified woman when we already have so many, when she could have still been a sexy woman but dressed for the proper weather. So I mean, that was one of the things that was disappointing about her. The other thing was that she was supposed to be like a diversity rep, basically. I don't know how far in the future we're going to see this, but when I say diversity rep, I mean companies have companies will occasionally do this thing where they'll change the gender of a character or change their ethnicity because they need to meet a quota, right? Hospitals are doing this too, by the way, where they need to have they need to hire, if they can hire 10 doctors, only 2 of them can be white, right? And the rest need to be something else. So it was kind of like that, except she's autistic. So it was like they're trying to represent autism, but in this red-headed bunny lady mage. It's, I mean, I don't know if this sounds as ridiculous to you as it does for me when I'm saying this out loud. But just saying it is so stupid. Ouch. So anyway, yeah. It's just a classic example of me overhyping a character to get disappointed at their actual release. Because people have played her and they say she's fun. Some people really enjoy her. Some people share my sentiments where they think she's just annoying and could have been way cooler. So that was one thing that got me to quit League of Legends. But like I said, she's not the only reason I quit. Another reason was because of how toxic the fandom is, the community behind League of Legends. It's super, it's toxic, and I didn't want to be around that, basically. I don't know where to go. I think I'll go here. And then another reason was that the game, low-key, the gameplay itself just kind of sucks. It's a hard game, but it's also not a very rewarding game. Or, I don't know if rewarding is the right wording to use here. But, the game is hard to vouch for because it is so hard to play. I mean, it's not super hard to play. You just kind of click around and well, yeah, mechanically it's pretty easy. The hard part comes in when you have to manage waves and objectives and your whole team is dying and you have to solo carry the game. They call it 1v9ing because there's 5 people on each team, and so you have to carry your whole team while beating the enemy team. That's why it's called 1v9ing. Man, my ears hurt. I might play without headphones just for a little while. It'll be a little weird, but my ears, they're not enjoying it right now. So oh yeah, and then yeah, I mean, the game was toxic and I wasn't having fun playing it anymore. And then around that time, 6 months ago, yeah, it would have been when the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC came out for Elden Ring. So when I started to like play that, I kind of dropped League for a while just because I was like busy with something else. And I had so much fun like playing that whole thing, even though it was like really hard. The Shadow of the Earth Tree was really hard. I had so much fun doing it. And when I like thought about going back to League, I was like, man, I don't want to play League anymore. It's just like I'd have so much more fun if I just did another Elden Ring playthrough instead of playing more League. So I did that. I just like quit League, and I was like, I mean, unless something drastic changes, I'm not going back to League. Fast forward to 6.5 months later, aka today, and I might relapse and I might play League today. And there's a few reasons why I want to relapse. Number one, a few months ago, Arcane Season 2 came out, and when I watched it, it blew me away. Like I said, Arcane is my favorite show. I think Arcane might be my favorite show of all time. I mean, stuff can come out and stuff can change, but I think Arcane might be my favorite show. And watching Arcane, and it's about League of Legends, got me itching to play League of Legends again, but I didn't want to. So I played a different game under the same company called Legends of Runeterra, which has the lore of League of Legends, but it's like a card game. And that pretty much made the itch worse, I'm not gonna lie. And on top of that, they, with the new year, oh, hang on. We can watch this cutscene first. No, I can just keep talking. So, with the new year, they have a new season, like a new ranked season that they are coming out with. And the new season is Welcome to Noxus, which is my second favorite region. So it's a mix of like me itching and wanting to get back in, and then they come out with this new season which is themed after an area I really like. And on top of that, they changed the map, the like Summoner's Rift, which is the base map that everyone plays on. They changed the look of it to be more like Noxus. And that's something they haven't done in so long. Like before I even started playing, it was like 2 or 3 years since the last time they made Summoner's Rift look different. So I want to at least play a little bit of League just so I can play on the new map, so that I didn't miss out on it. I don't know if that's like FOMO or if I'm just trying to take advantage of the situation, because it's been so long since they made changes to Summoner's Rift. I don't want to miss out before it's gone forever, because that has happened before. I didn't get to play on any winter maps, and I didn't get to play very much of Next Blitz because it went away. Basically, like, if there's a fun game mode, things I learned from League of Legends is that when a competitive game has a for fun game mode, play it while it's still here, because it won't be here forever. Like, it's gonna leave, so you gotta take advantage while it's still here. Which could be applied to life too, by the way. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, I want to play on the new map before it's gone forever. But then before I could relapse, they took away Hextech chests, which was not great. So I held off on relapsing until they addressed, because like people were talking a lot about the removal of Hextech chests. People were mad about it, is what I'm saying. So I wanted to see what their response to all this was before I relapsed. And I think it was a little more than a week ago now from today, they released a dev update. Oh no, it was last Friday, I believe. They released a dev update talking about a lot of things, and in that video they also mentioned Hextech chess, and they said, our game is losing money and we can't sustain it by giving out Hextech chess as much as we used to. Which is the wrong answer, basically. Like, it's gonna doom their game.
Send word far and wide.
And people, like, it just poked the bee's nest, and people are even more mad now, and things are
Last queen of
like in the regarding Hextech chess, things have never been worse. But the secret is, I didn't actually care whether they, well, okay, that's not true. I do care whether they bring back Hextech chess or not. I really, really want them to bring them back, but I was going to relapse whether they brought them back or not, because, like, I just wanted to see, I wanted them to acknowledge Hextech chess. Oh my gosh, that could have been so bad. I rolled back into it. I wanted them to acknowledge it before, because they've done this thing multiple times where something, they'll like make a weird business choice and people will call them out on it, and they do nothing. Like, they won't respond at all to people's criticisms and whatnot. So I wanted to, like, see if they would, basically. So I was almost like boycotting addiction to see, like, until they, like, address the problem, basically. Dude, this wolf is still here. I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So far ahead. Yeah. But then I got my two friends, Aaron and Isaac, to watch our game with me, and they loved it as much as I did. I had tried a few years back to get them into League of Legends, but it didn't really work. They didn't really like it, and I can't blame them at all for that. But I didn't want to have to play alone, so I wanted to get my friends into it. So they did play a little bit with me. I somehow convinced them to be much. But they didn't really like it. But then they watched Arcane, and they were like, dude, I'm getting the itch to play League of Legends. And if you ever relapse, let me know and I'll play with you. And I mean, that's just too good of an opportunity to say no to. So later today, they have it installed, and we've been playing it for a while. There we go. Yeah. I don't plan on, like... I don't plan on, like, fully relapsing and like, getting back into ranked and everything. I just want to play, like, my favorite champions, like Sejuani and Samira, Skarner, Lissandra, maybe some other ones. I just want to like
My sweetings,
be reminded basically
come out
of
from
the game.
whence ye hide.
Yeah. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Wish me luck, I guess. Anyway, that's it. So if you made it this far, you're a real Dingpot fan. And, see ya.